Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be using our Ninja Creami Deluxe to make coconut lime sherbet. If you like to put your lime in the coconut, you're going to love this one. So you ready? Let's get into this. For this recipe, we're going to need a medium lime, some coconut milk, our monk fruit sweetener as usual, a little bit of vanilla extract, and a little bit of green food coloring. You don't really need this, but we want to give it a green color, and without this, it's going to be kind of a pale white. And some Enlightened sugar-free cones. If you want to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. The first thing we have to do is prep this. The first thing we need to do is prep this lime. So we're going to cut it in 4 pieces, just like this. And then we just have to worry about getting these skins off. Limes and lemons can be really difficult to get the skins to come off cleanly, but I'm going to show you a quick tip on how to do this perfect every time. Just hold a piece of your quartered lime like this, and you want to use your fingernails here to grab in right at the edge of the pith, closest to where the meat of the citrus is. And you're just going to tear off both bottoms, push them down away from you, and just kind of work your way towards the middle. You're going to see on one side you can see more pith, and on the other side you can see less pith. So you're going to take the side that obviously is less, and you're going to work the skin off in that direction to try to get as much of that pith off as you can. So just kind of work it over this way, and it comes right off nice and clean, just like that. Now we just got to do this for our other pieces, and we'll be ready to go on to the next step. Next, we want to process these down. You can either chop and crush these, or if you have a blender that's got single serving cups like my Ninja Foodie Power Blender, you can go ahead and use one of those small cups. If you've got a blender and it doesn't have small cups, that's fine. You can use the full-size pitcher. It's just going to be a little bit more of a pain in the neck, but you shouldn't have too many problems. So we're going to take our limes, throw them in there, throw them on the top. And when we put this on our blender, we want to pulse it a few times just to break it up. And that should be plenty good. Next, we're going to take a medium saucepan, turn the heat on about a medium low. We're going to throw in our coconut milk, and we're going to add in our monk fruit sweetener. We want to stir this with a whisk to get it dissolved as much as we possibly can. And really, we're just adding the heat to help dissolve the monk fruit sweetener into the milk. You don't want to boil this or anything, we just want to get it warm enough to combine these. The way you can tell if this is dissolved enough is every so often you're going to want to tilt your pan sideways here, and you'll be able to see monk fruit sweetener sticking there to the bottom. If you see a whole bunch of it, then you want to continue this back to the heat and keep stirring. And if it's all gone, then obviously we're all done. Alright, let's go ahead and check this again. Alright, and you can see no sweetener sticking up here. So we are ready to move on to the next step. So now we want to let this sit and cool down all the way back to room temperature. Once that's cooled, we're going to add in our lime, our vanilla extract, and our food coloring. With this, be real careful not to get any on your fingers because this stuff is pretty potent. All we're going to need is a drop, so basically put as little as you possibly can in here, just like that. And then we just stir that in. You can see just that little bit really goes a long way. When you're adding your limes in here, just be sure that you've let that milk get all the way back down to room temperature, because if the milk is still hot, it might turn the limes a little bit bitter, and we don't want that to happen, obviously. Unless, of course, you like super bitter tasting ice cream, in which case, more power to you. Next, we're going to take our creamy pint, and we're going to throw in our mix, being very careful not to go past the scoopable max fill line. If you end up having too much milk, just be sure that all the bits of lime get in here because we need that flavor. This is a little bit frothy, so we can go over just a tiny bit. And look at that, just about perfect. It's almost like I planned it that way. Anyway, now we can throw on the lid. And we can throw this into our freezer for at least 24 hours. Just be sure when you're sticking it in your freezer that you're setting it on a nice level surface in there. We want this to freeze as level as possible because if it's crooked, it could damage your Ninja Creami.
3 weeks later.
Once it's been about a day, we can pull it out of the freezer and let it sit on the counter to defrost for about 15 minutes. Next, we'll pop off the lid, set the pint in our pitcher, throw on the lid and lock it into place. Throw that into our Ninja Creami and lock it in. And in our case, we just want to do the top half. So we're just going to put the top or the full, whatever you want to do. Set this on Sherbet and we'll go ahead and process. By the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Alright, let's check this out. Well, that's looking really great. Really great indeed. What do you say we serve this up? That sherbet came out unbelievably good. It's got such great lime flavor to it, you're just not gonna believe it, and it's gonna be way better than anything you can buy out of the store. If you try it out, let me know down in the comments how you liked it. If you liked this video, then I know you're gonna like this video right here where we show you how to make some great Dole Whip. It's low calorie, low sugar, but tastes absolutely fantastic. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.